Welcome to the Dixie Doggers podcast. We're here to share knowledge and heritage. We hope y'all enjoy. Southern Cross. It's the best cut gear in the business. We run it on our dogs. Hit up Dave Williams at Southern Cross Cut Gear. Go to www.hogdoggear.com. If you're looking for Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle, Marc Rankin with the Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company, he specializes in them. He is the man for the job. He's based out of Oglethorpe County, Georgia, and you can contact him at 407-832-2077.
If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. Phil Wilson with UC Hunting Properties, 678-791-3483. All righty.
All right, we recording now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody, here we go. One more time. We're going to do another show. Dixie Dogger Podcast coming to y'all. Yeah, coming to you, baby. I got me a guest tonight. I've been trying to wrangle him up for a while. And, I don't know. I guess you just don't want to talk to me very much. But we have wound up getting him wrangled up and got him on the horn with us tonight. We got my partner Dan with Black Dawg Bull Terriers. He's a connoisseur of the little Spud McKenzie looking dogs, if you know what I mean. So what's happening with you, Dan?
What's up, brother?
Shit, same old. Just working, trying to stay alive.
Yes, sir.
That's about it.
Honored to be here.
Oh man, we appreciate you hopping on here with us. So if you don't, if you want to kind of lay it out for the listeners out there, and keep in mind, you're being listened to all over the whole world now.
Put that pressure on.
That's a fact. It's not no bullshit. It's a fact.
Yeah, I listen to it at work.
Yeah, we have climbed on up, and we're steadily climbing up. So put everybody up to speed on who you are, what you do, and then you can run into how you got started and what keeps you going.
So, my main thing is the bull terriers. I've been breeding them for a while. But I mean, without these hounds, they wouldn't be the bull terriers that they are. Mm-hmm. We catching hogs, and yeah, man, I'm a hog dogger just like you guys at heart.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. So how'd you get into how'd you get into hog hunting? And you're from South California, or that's where you live at.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's totally different out there than the rest of the Southeast. And, and I know a few guys from in that general side of the world over there. And man, it's so cool to listen to some of the stories and stuff. So, fill us in on how you got into this and how you hunt.
Once I started with the bull terriers, I used to have little Jack Russells, mm-hmm. and once I started getting into bigger dogs, I was like, man, we need to hunt something bigger. And the area where I grew up, I always knew the riverbed had hogs. So yeah, once I got into bigger dogs and trying to hunt bigger things, one day I just said, dude, I'm gonna go down there and walk around. Mm-hmm. And I did. I walked around, I'd say every chance I got for 3 months. I went 3 months just walking in the same spot just to see. And yeah, in about 3 months I ran into my first herd of hogs, just kind of turned the corner and they were all just laying up on the grass, and they all got up and ran off. And I knew the dogs that I had on me were pretty rank, so they smelled it all and they took off chasing it chasing them. And there was a bunch of little babies sitting on the floor that I tried to grab, but it didn't happen. And after that, the dogs kind of figured out hey, there's something here.
Oh yeah.
So after that, yeah, that's it. I just kept walking that same spot, and one night, or it was evening going into getting dark, we're actually already had been walking around all evening, and I went out into an open field. I already had the dogs on leash. I kind of heard some pigs fighting. So then the dogs heard it. So then I let them go, and they caught a sow. And then after that, it was just like, that was it. You know, they knew what to look for.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't until, let's see, I traded a buddy a bull terrier for a hound. He gave me a hound, and then I started running it. And that was kind of me by myself. And I used to be on that East Texas Hog Doggers
Oh, yeah.
forum.
Yeah.
Before you know, social media.
That's right.
And I was like, man, there's got to be somebody here that does the same thing. Like, there's no way there isn't. So I started looking around, started going into old threads. Like, this was, I don't even remember what year it was, but I saw a thread from 2013 of a guy that his name was like from my area.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man. So he gave his number to somebody that was going to be in the area and was going to take him to hunt. So I was like, man, I'm going to try this number out. So I called the guy, and yeah, he answered. And I told him, what's up, dude? I found your number. And the guy, yeah, he's like, yeah, come on down.
Dang. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he let me, yeah. And then, you know, he's the one that really put me on the hounds, man. He after that, everything took off. My hound, you know, he let me run my hound behind his hounds, and he showed me other spots. And like, man, I'm still very good friends with this guy till this day.
That's good shit right there.
He kind of took me under his wing, and we hit it off.
Yeah. Now, when you're talking about hounds, is there a specific breed of hound that you're running, or are they just crossed up dogs that are hog dogs? You know, like.
Yeah, me myself, I run just a bunch of crossed up dogs. When I the way that he ran, and I've kind of been sticking the same way. So he had one really cold nosed plot hound.
Oh yeah.
That fucking go deep. She'd go real deep.
Mm-hmm.
And then just ran a bunch of help dogs with it, like curs. So once she got, you know, to barking, all these other dogs would go help. And then they got the pig stop. But yeah, no, that dog was probably one of the best dogs I've seen.
Hell yeah.
And really silent until she'd really see the hog or like right behind it.
That's what I don't mind a dog that barks some. And I've really changed a whole lot of stuff on ours, you know, just like like everybody has to adjust. So like you're talking about out there, what's the terrain like? I mean, are there a lot of woods, or is it more open agriculture, or what is it like?
So there's no agriculture. That's what kind of sucks, because the hogs kind of rely on the natural, like, fauna of the woods, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to know where and what plants there is, what trees there is everywhere. Mm-hmm. And that way you can know like what's fruiting at what time of the year and where the hogs are going to be. It's crazy thick, bro. It's full of grapes, blackberry patches. There's some Spanish cane that gets crazy thick in some areas. That's like you got to weave through it. Yeah, it's crazy thick. There's some stuff called stinging nettle that is bad.
We know about that shit. Yes.
Poison oak. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of pokey plants, and so yeah, it's real thick. So sometimes these hounds, like some of the real cold nose hounds, will get too far away trying to like tracking a hog, and they'll be barking, and like the other dogs won't hear them. So it's like, you know, a lot of times we'll miss some hogs.
And I mean, I get it. Once I had a dog that would bark, and it would get other dogs' attention, and they would go to it. Man, it seemed like the numbers were, we were really knocking them out. Mm-hmm. But then again, it has its downfall. Go into what you just said. If it gets to where the other dogs can't hear your main dog, then you miss.
Yeah.
Unless you have that superstar, that one dog that can do it all. And I mean, I don't I've never hunted in California, but I've seen so many pictures and videos of hogs out there. The hogs you guys that I've seen are totally different than the ones that we're hunting.
Mhm.
They're a different animal, you know. They're a
Yeah.
lot bigger.
Yeah, it just depends on the area, honestly. Because up
Is
north,
it?
they got a lot of like pure
The
Russians.
Russian influence, yes.
Yeah, because of the Spaniards that were here and
Mhm.
building all their missions and stuff.
Yeah.
They brought them for hunting. And Central California and Northern California is full of like heavy Russian blood.
Okay.
The ones I have here, you see some of the big ass ones I've caught, they're really round. They're like the size of like a 55-gallon drum. They're really round. Their back kind of drops off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not really like thin and tall like those Russians. So here where I am, they're heavy on the domestic side.
Yeah.
And yeah, they run around all those all the wetlands real good.
So they're a blooded hog. We have pockets of those around, which I'm sure there's a lot more of them than we even know about. But I'll be honest with you, I love catching them.
Oh, the Russian ones? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like anything that's not just a little piney wood rooter. You know, the ones that we call the little piney wood rooters.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually I guess what is it? Native subspecies of the hog or strain.
Oh, well, the Eurasian boar is a completely different species.
That's a whole different
just
deal.
the feral
I'm talking about
hog
like
is-
the piney wood rooter deal.
there's just local phenotypes.
Local phenotypes. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they could probably
Most
be,
of these aren't real big.
Yeah. I mean, certain populations could probably be subspecies, but overall, they're all the same species.
If it's in Florida, it's a subspecies. If anything down there, that's their own shit down there. Florida has everything different.
Yeah, but technically, like genetically, they're all still Sus scrofa.
But in California, are they known to cause cancer?
Shit. What do you mean? Like,
because everything that we see, it says in California, it's known to cause cancer.
Oh fuck! I don't know. Maybe.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
I already knew
it's a legitimate question.
I was like, Jesus, Joey.
Like, if you eat it, you mean?
I don't know, man. But like, if you get a fucking lawnmower, you can't have a lawnmower out there because it's going to emit fumes and it'll give you cancer. Fishing weights.
Yeah, fishing weights.
Fishing weights on the back of the
lead
paint.
is not good for you.
In California, hey, look, I was raised on lead paint. Look at me. I'm fucking fine.
I noticed.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time, man. But no, the ones we're talking about, like I said, that's the little feral pig, and
just black ones.
Usually they're not colored up a whole lot or anything. And then there's certain areas, man, we'll get in them and they'll look like a damn paint horse, you know, or Appaloosa. They're colored up, they're big. They've got some domestic in them somewhere down the line.
Yeah. I've caught some like spotted ones or blonde ones.
Mm-hmm.
There is another area down here. It's not the same wetlands that I hunt, but there's another area here that there's like some mountains. It used to be a high fence ranch.
Oh.
And those guys would import like pure Russians from Canada, and they'd bring them down and they'd sell them. They'd sell the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it closed down. Like, it got bought out by the state in 2018, I believe. So it closed down.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still hogs up there roaming around, and there's like some exotic ones up there. One of my buddies caught a silver sow up there. She was like silver.
Cool.
She was look crazy, like, you know, Russian, fucking like a crazy color.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And and they're still up there. But I mean,
cool.
I really don't even gotta travel. You know, my closest spot is 5 minutes, so I really don't need to go up there for.
Yeah, that's pretty slick to have a place that close. And there's a lot of people that do, but like, we base everything off of kind of where we live at. You know, it's like we don't have anything that's really close to our house that we can hunt. We've got a few spots now that are within 30 or 45 minutes. And 10 years ago, it was about an hour and a half drive.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Oh, 15, man, when I first started hunting, it was 2 hour drive anywhere. I mean, one way. I was going to have to drive 2 hours there, hunt, and then drive 2 hours home every single time.
Yeah.
And then they just kept, filtering up this way.
We'll be back after a quick break.
A quick thanks to supporters of the Dixie Doggers podcast: Southern Cross Cut Gear, UC Hunting Properties, Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company, Animal Housing Solutions, Boars N Broads, Ada Y Transport, Crockett Taxidermy and Processing.
That's good. I'm honestly, I'm glad. 'Cause that's what makes good dogs, bro. The constant work, just fucking, I'm gonna go run these dogs real quick, and by yourself or whatever, and you run into some hogs, catch one real quick, and yeah, I'm lucky, honestly, because I've made some good dogs over the years, and just because of the availability, the access that I have.
So is it all private land or is it public land?
No, it's public because it's wetlands.
Oh my God, that's fucking awesome.
It cannot be owned. It cannot be. They can't build on it. It can't be owned. It's got to be. It's all Corps of Engineers.
Yeah.
There is an area where it's owned by Fish and Game, and that's the reserve, and that's where I got mixed up because of I was in there. But other than that, everything else is Corps of Engineers.
We can't
be owned.
Yeah, we can't, like the Corps of Engineer stuff. We can't run dogs on it.
Really?
Man, dude. There was this older gentleman. I've been knowing him for a long time. He's got a cabin, and it's only like 4 acres in the middle of all the Corps of Engineer land, and it's private land. And he talked to the officer down there, one of the guys, and he told him, he said, "Hey, I got some boys that's going to come stay at my cabin and help me with these damn hogs." And them guys was like, "Awesome, bring them on. Tell them to get their thermals and their traps out and they can have at it." And he said, "Oh, no, they're going to run dogs." He said, "You tell them if they turn a dog loose, I'll put them in jail."
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, I thought. So, yeah, I was like, dude, don't get me wrong. I get the whole thing on, restrictions and having laws and regulations. But at the same time, it's like, why is running my hog dog so much different than running a squirrel dog or a deer dog or a coon dog? And I'm not trying to hack on none of those other guys by no means, because hell, I have squirrel dogs and coon dogs and I got all those. And I don't know. It's just really weird on how strict they are. Well, I'm glad that they're not that super strict on you guys.
Yeah, I think the dogs is more effective than anything else.
Yeah, I agree.
And cheaper. You don't got to spend on thermal and stuff like
Like the traps that we run, the pig brigs, they average what, 3,000 or so each.
Yeah, they're like $3,500.
$3,500, and that's on the lower end of them. If you get into the big drop traps and all that, you're $8,000 to $10,000 on a lot of them. And having one, you can't really get out and do a whole lot unless it's just for personal use. So you got to spend $15,000 to $20,000 to even get into it at all, and that's a lot of fucking money. For 20 grand, crazy. I can do a whole lot with some dogs.
You buy a house.
Yeah. You could almost get White Boy Rick. You could almost get him for 20 grand.
Yeah. Yeah. So that land down there, there's nobody can own it. So that's the good thing.
So but how big a land is it? How many acres?
Oh, damn. I don't know.
Don't do me like that.
No, I don't know exactly, because it's a narrow river and it's surrounded by cities. Like,
don't tell nobody where it's at, because they're listening. They're like, go on and say it, because they're gonna look that shit up.
No, it's just. I mean, even if you go down there just to try to look, you ain't never gonna see a hog.
Yeah, you got to know how to do that.
Oh yeah, these hogs just ain't standing there. It's so thick, bro. Jeez, like you ain't getting in there without a GPS and following where the dog went.
So
and even
go ahead. Sorry.
even then, like the seasons kind of change it up. Like you might go there one year and it's like, oh, there's this trail here. Next year, you know, you get a bunch of rain and that trail's gone.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, the windy days, they knock down trees and all this, you know, all this foliage and just old wood and stuff. That trail disappears, and now you got to find your another way.
That's kind of crazy.
Or the river diverts. This last rainy season, like the river just completely changed its path. So where the river was is now like a walkway, and the water's just going another way. So you kind of have to keep up and keep hitting that spot week by week, so you can know where the hell you're at and know what it looks like.
Yeah, you got to do your homework.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and looking at the plants, running into plants like, oh shit, there's this fig tree here that you know, it's got a bunch of figs this time of year and they're falling, and there's a bunch of hogs here.
Yeah, that's one thing I was going to ask you about, the mass crops, like, you know, different types of trees and fruit and different things like that. Because when you say California, you know, a lot of people associate it with, you know, all different types of anything from almonds to figs, oranges, whatever, you know. I didn't know if you hunt anything like that.
No, there's no crops. I mean, there's some fields where they grow corn that kind of connect to the riverbed,
but not a lot that you hunt.
Yeah, no, that's only like once a year, right? So from now to what is that, October?
Yeah,
that the corn is there. That's the only time, and sometimes they don't even grow the corn because the hogs just fuck it up.
I was fixing to say, I bet they demolish that shit.
Oh yeah, they do. They break the lines. They flood the whole fucking area.
Damn.
So yeah, that's the only kind of non-natural food source that they have. But everywhere else is just, it's all natural, and everything's scattered. So those fig trees, you got to know where the figs are. Right now the elderberries are fucking everywhere. I don't know if you guys seen the little elderberries. The little, it's actually a super fruit. It's actually very good for you.
I don't think we have any that grow wild here, do we?
Yeah, we have elderberries. They're just in pockets.
I was thinking to say, but you don't ever we don't see.
We don't have very many up here. They're mostly down south.
Yeah, and they're gone pretty quick. Like once they ripen up, they don't last very long.
Everything eats them.
So
hell yeah!
We have a lot of like blackberries and dewberries and stuff like that, and hogs, they tear them up.
We got blackberries.
We have a lot of.
We got blackberries. We got grapes. The grapes are everywhere.
Yeah, we have a bunch of muscadines. They're great.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I think they're the same one because they're tiny little grapes.
Yeah, and then we have some native plums as well, some flatwood and Chickasaw plums.
The plums, if you can hit it just right, you can literally find a good patch of plums and you'll kick a big boar's ass right there. He's going to kick your ass.
Oh, yeah. Like there won't be any grass in a plum patch. It'll just all be beat down and muddy.
And when I say like a big boar, I mean like literally that's probably the only boar hog of any size that's going to be on 5,000 acres.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. Like just some of the places that we hunt, there's just not very much population, which it seems to help with the dogs. But when we travel, like the first day or two, the dogs, it's like they don't know what the fuck's going on. And I really mean that, because it's like, I think it's because there's everywhere we travel, there's usually a good amount of hogs there.
Yeah, so it smells everywhere.
Yeah, so they're like, what's happening? You know, they don't know they don't know what to do with all this. And then after the second day, then they kind of settle in and start doing good. But I just always think it's funny that we have to go through that whole process.
Yeah. So we're kind of the same. We don't have a huge population.
Yeah.
It's not huge. And I mean, sometimes it might make it seem like I catch a bunch, but I also know where the food is. Like I'm a plant guy. I'm out there looking around and knowing, and even eating all this fruit that's out there just to see, you know, and
you'll quickly find out what tastes good and what don't.
Oh yeah.
Acorns is not as good as the deer make them seem.
I thought y'all so much plants you smoke, not
allegedly.
Well, that's how I know. That's how I know about plants, because of that.
You got to find
That taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. It grows here. It grows very good here. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But so how did you get into the bull terrier side of this?
They'll just kind of been in my family. Like, so my cousin got a female, and then I knew some people that had a mini. My cousin's was a standard, and so we were just like, man, these are some cool little dogs. Like this was way before I got into hounds and anything. I was just a young guy, so my cousin had the female. I was like, hey, let's try to breed her. And I said, okay, I know somebody with a mini, AKC registered and all that. So we did a mini to a standard, and that was it, bro. That's where we started it all. I think those minis are honestly they're kind of grittier than the standards, and yeah, we just took it from there. Just used those dogs and made more dogs, and just that was it.
I've never had any full-blooded minis. I had one that had its. Let me get this right. Its grandmother was half mini, so it would have been knocked down to like an eighth of mini bull in it. But all my standards were hot. Like they were fire. Like I wouldn't say gritty at all. Like they were game dog style shit,
They didn't start many fights, but if one did, they always obliged it.
Now, Chevy would start a fight. I had that.
Yeah.
Big
Now, if he was
one.
unattended, you could. He
was shipped here. He was shipped in from Ireland to a guy that was here, and the guy just gave him to me. He was like,
"You made him at the co-op one day, didn't you?"
Yeah,
or it was in a flyer or something. It was like I don't
remember what it was.
I think we saw it at the co-op or Tractor Supply. He was like, "Look at this beautiful standard bull terrier for free." Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah, I asked him. I said, "Is he little?" He said, "Oh no, he's big. He was 70 pounds."
Oh shit!
He's the biggest male I've ever seen that didn't look like barrel chested.
Yeah.
Oh really? Yeah. Usually the big ones are round like that.
He wasn't. Like he was.
He looked like a gold terrier.
We can't talk a whole lot on this, but I'm telling you, that son-bitch was right.
He looked more like a gold terrier. Like
yeah,
he didn't have a real hard Roman nose.
He looked like an old school dog.
He was square cut, pretty good.
Yeah, he's probably mixed, maybe. Who knows?
Well, he was registered. Like, I mean,
oh really?
Yeah, like I said, he was shipped here from Ireland. The guy originally bought him, and like he had $10,000 in this dog. And
damn.
Well, what it was is they had a baby, and the dog wasn't hurting the baby or anything, but like it was just walking around and bump into and the baby was just starting to walk, and they were scared that the dog was going to knock him, the baby off the porch or scratch it or something like that. And the guy originally got the dog because he was going to start trying to hog hunt. And he was just like, he never did. And he, once I talked to him, he was like, yeah, he said, I want him to go to a working home. And so I was going to buy the dog originally, and he just wound up letting me have him.
That's cool, man. Shit, they work really good. They're stubborn as shit.
Yeah.
They will not let go.
No, they will hang. That, like I wanted to talk about that too, like some misconceptions about these bull terriers. That's one of the biggest misconceptions that I have found is people are like, yeah, but they don't catch hard. Shit, I don't know what kind of dog you got, but the ones I've had catch hard as hell.
And they're consistent. Like,
yes.
So you'd breed a litter of I would breed a litter of the pure ones, and most of them were hard mouth. And I got into some, I bought another one from another line that comes from the UK, and like they're known for having like pit in them and shit. And they're super inbred, that line from the UK. So I throw her in my line, start breeding her. That's when I started seeing inconsistency. Like a lot of these dogs were weird, like that inbred shit, bro. That's kind of like, you get dogs that are kind of gross. They stepping on their own shit in their kennel, and they don't really care about it. Shitting in their house, like where they sleep.
Oh yeah, they're neurologically unsound. They're crazy.
Yeah, so I recently just got rid of that bitch, but she was hard. She caught hard, but yeah, once I started throwing her in there, I started getting like inconsistent dogs to where like where I had the pure ones, it was, no matter which one I picked, they all caught, like they all were hard mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So no, hell yeah, they catch. I mean, they might not have as much stamina as a pit, or they might not be as agile.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, dude, if you wanted to catch a hog, they'll catch a damn hog.
But also, you got to stop and think too. Now, when we say pit, there's so many variances in that. Like me, when you say pit, and probably like you too, I'm thinking a game style dog.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more along that lines. And then when you talk to the majority of hog doggers that I've seen, they just say bulldogs. And they could be a mixed up American cross, or mixed with a bully style dog or whatever. And I have seen a lot of them, man. They'll walk a dog in, and that dog is literally waddling, just like a duck. And now, don't get me wrong, when that fucker hits, he's hung, and I mean he's caught hard, but they don't have that endurance. They're not agile. They don't have the athletic ability.
The bull terriers?
No. The pit, some of the bulldogs
like the
that
bullies,
I've seen.
Yeah.
But now, like I said, when you talk about actual pits, that's why I said to put it in perspective. When you have a bull terrier, and once you get it and it's caught and it's hot and it's going to hang on as long as it feels safe hanging on. Some of the game dogs, they'll just hang on till they die.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they have the stamina, right?
Yes.
They don't really get hot.
Yeah, they'll just hang and hang and hang and hang. And not all the time is that the best thing to do.
No.
There's no self-preservation, I guess is what I'm trying to say on a lot of them. And I'm going to have game dogs till I die. I mean, that's just, I guess, the long and the short of it. But we cross them to other stuff too, to kind of tone it down and to diversify it, like making bird bulls or something like that, for running catch dogs. But I love the bull terriers stuff. They just, I don't know, like you said, it seems like they fire up real easy.
Yeah. And they cross really well into other breeds too.
Yes.
Really well. And you get that consistency.
Mm-hmm. I know some guys that are crossing it into the running type dogs, lurchers and stag hounds and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's fixing the storm.
I guess, yeah. Either that or we just had a power glitch or something.
Something. It just kicked it off. It's done that. Like, we're having all these, like, right at dark, we'll start having these thunderstorms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's just, all it is just heat, and it's lightning. It'll just lightning. And I thought I seen it flash a little bit, but like it done this, I think we was on with Raymond Plummer. It done it a couple of times, but no big deal anyway. So
yeah,
just that way you knew what was happening. But
I was just saying, I crossed a bull mastiff to a bull terrier.
Yeah.
And shit, I got a really good little male out of that.
Good. What kind of size did it produce?
So the female that I used was like a 30-pound dog, and the male was 80 pounds. And with the male that I kept from that litter, he's like a 50-pound dog. He's not huge, but he hangs, bro. He'll hang. That's all I.
That's what matters.
What I use now. Yeah, he fucking works, man.
I think that's where a lot of people, like I said, these misconceptions. And some of them actually aren't misconceived. It's that they're talking about a certain dog or a certain line of dogs and not the whole breed, because I know for a long time, man, the bull terrier has kind of, the breeding went more for show and just to sell puppies for a lot of people. Yeah. And it wasn't based on performance. But if you get your hands in the right stuff, you can get some high performance dogs. It's still.
Oh yeah. Once I crossed, so the minis, the ones that I had, the pure ones that I had, they were good. They hung and stuff, but going through the woods and all that, they kind of struggled. They wouldn't really load up in my truck. They weren't really good jumpers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like one of their little things. They were really grounded dogs. Like they didn't really jump right in the woods over obstacles. That just kind of stand there and wait for me to help them out.
Okay.
But yeah, with now that I did this cross, dude, this dog just does it all. I don't even have a lead on him in the woods. He just follows me around, and I only grab him once there's barking.
Yeah.
That way he don't leave. But yeah, he loads up everything with cut gear on. He'll climb over some of these grapes. Some of these grapes grow so thick that you can like walk over them. It's crazy in some of these areas.
So he's a really athletic dog. Sounds like.
Yeah, he's athletic with cut gear on. He's pretty agile.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things that's been missing in the bull terrier breed itself. Is the agility factor. Because a lot of them, like you said, they just kind of like a little rhinoceros. That's what I call them. Like they're just stomping through the woods and like a little buffalo or something. Now, once them fuckers hit, like they're on. But like you said, they're not running through there at 30 miles an hour, jumping over trees and ditches and all that. You gotta help them out. Yeah, you gotta help them out a lot. I used to have to do that, carry them over stuff, pull them up. But that's the ones I had seen originally, and I was like, man, I just don't know if that's anything like I really want, And I got Bo. Bo was a super athletic dog. He looked just like a game. I mean, he was built like a 55-pound game dog, and could move the same way. And he was from Puerto Rico. He was an FCI dog.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's that tricolored male I had. He went blind the last couple of years I had him.
He went blind.
He was blind for several years.
He was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Like he went stone blind. He couldn't see shit.
Damn.
We kept him for like another 10 years, but he was just
he's a bad
not really functioning anymore.
Nah, we just kept him to let him live out his days, but like that's the kind of dogs that I based everything I wanted off of, because if they weren't moving like him, then I didn't want them, and those are hard to find.
Do you remember the day, Dad, that Kelly sent you that video and it's like, look what Bo's doing. So like, keep in mind, this dog is like 10 years old, stone blind. Somehow a snapping turtle has climbed up the hill, because we kept him in front of the house. So like if somebody like walked in front of the house, like he'd bark at him because he's blind. He's going to bark at him. Well, he was up there baying that snapping turtle and trying to catch it, but then it would like occasionally bite him. So he couldn't figure out how to catch it because he was blind. And so it's just Bo just baying this snapping turtle. I don't know. Yeah, it was the oddest thing ever.
Yeah, it was weird. He was funny as shit.
Yeah.
But like he couldn't catch it because he would grab its shell.
Yeah.
Now, and this wasn't a little snapping turtle.
Oh, this was probably 25 pounds, 30 pounds, I'd say.
At least.
Damn, that could hurt you, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he bit the fuck out of him, and he never even squealed or done. He just jumped back, and the turtle's hanging on, and he'd bite the turtle, flip the turtle over, turtle lets go. It's a dog and turtle fight out there in the damn yard.
It was the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
It's redneck shit, buddy. Hillbilly.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely stubborn. They're stubborn as shit.
Yes,
hard heads. And that helps you, when it's time to hang on the hog. Hey, don't let go. I got to grab this hog real quick.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Don't let go, buddy. Just hang on. But I wanted to cross him to that red boy bitch I had, and it just, never would happen. Them two wouldn't get along. And I was like, man, do I just make it happen or not? And I was like, you know what? If it wasn't meant to be, it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it had been. I'd love to have had some blood off both of them.
Yeah. And another thing, they're stubborn, and they could turn on, but they also turn off.
Yes.
And they don't need as much stimulation as like a pit or like a game dog.
No.
Shit, I I work all week. I'm gone 9 hours, and these dogs can chill in their kennel all day and without causing a ruckus, without trying to chew out of their kennels. I've had game dogs, and like I'd get home and fucking chewing down on the wooden deck that I have, and trying to jump out. And it's like, shit, I can't have that here at my house, not when I'm gone. And the dog wasn't trying to fight another dog. She was just pent up and just trying to get out.
Yeah.
But the bull terriers, the bull terriers, they just fucking chill all day. They don't say shit. They, if it's hot, they don't want to come out.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing with ours, man. Like you said, they were just chill. Never had any. There was a couple of incidences, but it wasn't because of them.
Mm-hmm.
I had some other dogs, and like one of my other dogs got off the chain and wanted to try Chevy out. Chevy went on ahead and ended his career for him. And we talking about hell. That's when I realized how hard them fuckers were. I was like, dude, if he could handle that dog, he can handle anything. And that's been a long time ago. But it's at the same time, it's like it just opened my eyes to it. But there's a lot of old school game dogs that had bull terrier added here and there, a lot of different bloodlines.
Yeah.
And nobody ever talks about that.
Yeah, they also got thicker skin.
Oh, hell yeah. Bigger bones, bone density.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, that's why they use them. They want to add that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of these game dogs that look really cut and like really that defined muscles and stuff. It's really, really thin skin.
Thin skin. Yep. No, you're correct. Nate's got a little female out there right now, and you can see every striation in her body. She looks phenomenal, but she is thin skin. She really is. A lot of people don't pay attention to that, but you have to when you hunt like we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, my buddy, I don't know if you guys know Joseph Carter, the Mink Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got he's got he's been looking because he's got a really good little game dog.
Bendy?
And Bendy, yep.
Yeah.
And he's been looking around everywhere trying to get bulldogs with thick skin, trying to breed her to get a thick skin.
Dude, Ron has the thickest skin I've seen on a bulldog. We got a young male out there, and that's some
TK Hog Dogs.
I'm talking about. He is a thick-skinned son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real.
Yeah, he's been trying to do because he says like Bindi can take a couple coons or one coon, but after that it's like she's really beat up from one. So it would really help if her skin was thick.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his videos and stuff. I like
yeah, man. He's a total dog man, dude. He's a dog man. He's a wild man.
Hell yeah, we're gonna have to get him on here with us.
Yeah, I talked to him, dude. He's like honestly, it's crazy because I used to really watch his channel a lot.
Yeah.
And the reason how I met him was through a bulldog. I had this little bulldog, and I posted her like, hey, I don't really need this dog. Like, she's not really my style. And he hit me up, right? He messaged me,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, Joe. Like, I was like, dude, you got to call me. And he called me, and I recognized his voice right away. And like, dude, now I'd go to his house. I've stayed at his house. Our kids are really good friends.
Man, that's cool.
So yeah, I was like, from being a fan to like buddies now.
Yeah, that's awesome there. Cause it's the same. Like we've done that too, and like see people on TV or watch them on YouTube and all that, and then the next thing you know is like we hang out and all that. It's pretty wild the way this social media and all the internet and all that stuff has changed everybody's lives.
Yeah, it connects people,
years.
man.
Yes,
it's
a lot.
Crazy networking. I mean, it helps.
I mean, imagine how hard it was for the guys in 1960 and 70 that laid the foundation. Imagine if you wanted to breed the Jeep. You got to write a letter, or you got to make a phone call, and then you got to drive across the country. They couldn't just
Yeah.
take pictures and send them to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right, yeah.
that shit didn't work. Now they could take a picture and put it in an envelope and physically send you that picture, but like you couldn't couldn't email nobody a picture. You damn sure couldn't
Yeah.
use a phone. There was no cell phones or none of that.
Or like magazines, right? They use magazines or
Yeah.
newspapers kind of thing.
Yeah, that was really the only way that there was a network.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Is the old like sport and dog journals and shit like that. And that's why I feel like it's so important. Like the few magazines we have left, it's very important that they stay around.
Yeah, support them, right?
Yes, it's heritage, it's history, and it's everybody needs to support them. You know. And
Yeah.
there's still quite a few.
The other day, my son was looking for a video game, and I told him, dude, look for the CD. You know, and he's like, what's that? Like, the disc. Like,
yeah.
he didn't know what that meant. And I was like, dude, okay, the little round thing. And then he's like, oh, okay. So then, he found it. But it was funny. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Everything is so different now. It's like, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, even the video games, like he didn't. Well, you like now, like you just download it. They buy it and they download it. You don't need a disc. You don't need nothing.
I didn't even know that. I don't know. Like, I mean, I think it's a lot of it. I love the technology side of things, but that's because like now, I do Instagram way more than I do Facebook or anything else, and so. At the same time, though, it's like, man, I get tired of it. I'm like, it can get too personal, you know. Like if we're sitting there talking about something, then all these ads start popping up. I'm like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, like it's listening to you. Huh?
Oh yeah, they're listening. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, like we were kind of joking about that shit earlier about like, hey, you be careful what you say, be careful what you post. Things that you do, blah, 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 because Big Brother's watching or law enforcement or whatever. Mm-hmm. Do you want to share that story about your running?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. That way, because it's creepy, dude. Like it.
Well, tell us about it.
So we caught a hog in a reserve, right? This is really the only area that's literally owned by Fish and Game, like this whole property. It's a nature reserve. The river runs through there, and we caught a hog. Caught it, got it killed. So back before my case, the wild boar was on the big game list, which meant they were up there with elk, bear, and all of them. So you had to have a tag. You had to take 75% of the kill. You had to harvest it.
Yeah.
So we killed the hog, and we left it laying. I mean, it was stupid of us. That's why I kind of don't really take people out no more, because a lot of people just want to kill some, and when it comes to, hey, let's take this meat, they're like, no.
Yeah.
So now if I hunt with people, they're hunters, they want meat. So we left that hog. This reserve has rangers there during the day. They saw vultures. They found it. Got Fish and Game involved. We posted a picture like the next day, I believe. And the Fish and Game guy was like, "Oh shit, I think I know who this is. I follow him on Instagram." And yeah, he had it. He had evidence. He showed it to a judge. So he had the discovery, which was the body of the hog. He had evidence through my Instagram lining up like the dates and like the areas and like what we said. And he got a warrant through the judge to go to Meta, and Meta gave him access to log in as me, basically.
Oh my God.
For like 3 months. and to gather, evidence and stuff. So yeah, he's logging in as me into my account, reading messages, and yeah. So when he came to me, and he showed me all this stuff. And at first I was like, no, but then I was like, dude, this guy is fucking. He knows a lot, right? I started getting creeped out. So then I just told him, hey, okay, yeah, dude, I killed him. Like, the hog. Like, okay, well, how'd you kill him? Oh, I shot it. California, you can't stab. You got to use a projectile. You can use dogs, it's fine, but you gotta have a projectile. You can't stab it. So yeah, I told him how I killed it. So, and yeah, that was it. He's like, okay, well then whatever. He wrote everything down, and so before this, I'm guessing when he had that access to my page, one day one of my buddies, I was talking to him. He's like, hey, dude, I saw he told me that he witnessed a fishing game guy coming out of one of the spots where we go with the dog, because the guy had a dog. So this guy, in the time where he had access to my page, he was reading through messages and seeing spots where I was going to and meeting up with people, I'm guessing.
Wow.
And he was trying to get more evidence on me, using his dog to try to find something that would kill it or whatever. But he never found nothing else. They only had that one hog. And yeah, once his time was up, and then he called my phone, wanted to meet up. I met up with him the next day, and he served me with this, the warrant and the case. And so then, yeah, that's when I said, okay, well, yeah, bro, I killed it. Fuck it, like, it's a hog. It was weird. Like I treating it like a murder case, investigating me and all that. So yeah, once they did that, I was waiting for a court date. I went to Mexico to visit my family right before Thanksgiving, and when I was coming back on the border, they pulled me into secondary inspection and arrested me right there.
No shit.
So I guess I thought I was just gonna get a court date, but instead of a court date, they just put out a warrant for me, and they arrested me. Fucking, my kids were in the car. My niece had to drive back. They took me from, my kids saw me like, what the hell? Where's my dad going?
Yeah, that is.
And yeah, they kept me right there in at the border. Took me to downtown San Diego, and booked me.
That is so.
That's crazy.
I don't know it. I don't see how that could even be any type of legal, because he already followed you on social media. You know what I mean? So he's a friend.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah,
I don't know who. I have no clue.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't see where that should even be admissible, because it's like, okay, that's fully entrapment. And then he's impersonating you. And the thing about it is, the way the judicial system is, it's only one-sided, and they can use it, and they can lie and tell you whatever they want to tell you to make you, to coerce you into testifying or admitting or to do anything.
Yeah.
They don't have to be truthful, and that's what really, really, to me, is shitty. It's like that whole system is based off finding evidence that proves the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they can lie and wiggle their way around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what creeped me out was the things he was telling me, because I was like, whoa, this guy's telling me this is the things that I talk to in
private. That's what I'm saying. He's logging in. He's impersonating you. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, he never replied to anybody. He never talked to anybody.
He's just being.
He was just reading
looking,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just reading stuff and trying to gather more evidence, because I guess when I would go hunt, he would go afterwards and try to see if he could find something with his dog, which it's like a German Shepherd. It's like, a German Shepherd ain't gonna go 500 yards into the brush to.
No.
So yeah, no, there was. he was trying to find more, but there wasn't nothing for him to find. And yeah, they only caught me for that one. And I told him, yeah, bro, it's okay. Yeah, I did it. Like, it's a hog. It's invasive. Like, so then now the laws changed, like kind of almost right after my case. So now it's, you don't need a tag for hogs. You just get a like a stamp or like a validation. And it's like, it's just kill as many as you want. They're off the big game list. They got knocked off the big game list. So, I mean, I don't know if you could leave them laying, but maybe you might, because they're not considered big game no more. That now they're seen as an invasive species.
Dang.
And it's kind of funny because Gavin Newsom was the one who like hurried up and signed the bill, right?
Yeah.
And come to find out, he owns vineyards up north, which they get hammered up there by the hog.
Yeah.
So I'm sure his vineyards were getting hammered, and he hurried up and said, "Hey, we need to sign this."
Yeah, he's like, I don't want my shit tore up.
Yeah, exactly. So they did. They did, and they relaxed the laws a whole lot.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, now they're off the big game list. I don't know exactly the details. You might be able to hunt them at night. Might be able to, a lot of stuff, but it's not as bad no more. Now they're seen as what they are, which is very destructive animal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when they finally got all this stuff done, after you were arrested and stuff, you wind up going to court doing, and what all did you do? What all they do to you?
Well, since it was like me and another person were messaging each other, making a plan. Supposedly, they try to get me for conspiracy, which is a felony.
Oh, Lord!
They try. Oh yeah, they try to get me for like waste of meat, just like everything else. Waste of meat, discharging a firearm in city limits, a bunch of stuff. But once we got to court, and they have a special DA for all the animal stuff and like fish and game stuff. I got a lawyer, and once we got to court, like the DA was almost like, he wasn't really worried about my case. He was like, once he saw us, he saw me. He gave a chance to my lawyer to talk to him outside of court, like on his own time, to work a deal. And he did work a deal. He dropped a bunch of charges. He saw that we were willing to work, and he was willing to work. They didn't take my license. They just said, "Hey, just redo your test." And I kept my license. They didn't take it. I got probation for a year, which they never checked on me. Nothing. I think the year's already passed, so they never checked on me once. Yeah, the DA was like, they handled it like in, I think the second court was already handled.
That's good. That's a
quick
good
resolution.
outcome, but just having to deal with it in general, to me, it just sucks. It's a big inconvenience.
Yeah, it was creepy. It creeped me the fuck out. Like, this guy is still there, right? I don't know if he has a hard on for me or not, if he wants to get me for more stuff. It doesn't really seem like it. I treated them good when they came to the house, offered them water, treated them like humans,
Yeah,
I fucked up. I see that I fucked up. I whatever. Okay, you guys caught me, shook their hands at the end, whatever. It's fine. You guys are doing your job. They didn't really seem too dickheads, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it taught me a big lesson. It did.
Yeah, well,
shouldn't be taking anybody out there. Just stick to me, stick to everything legal, and yeah, that's it. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't seem like, it worked out good for you anyway. And I mean, I'm glad of that, because I've heard some horror stories, and like I said, I was telling you before, I have one friend, and like he was facing 12 years. I believe it was 12 years in prison.
Damn.
And, oh, dude, it was a big, big deal. And we're going to, I don't know when, but I know we had talked about getting him on and sharing his story. Then there was another young man that Nate talked to last year, I believe it was, Remember the one that they had found a body or something, or tried to pin it on that boy or something?
Like a human or
yeah.
Oh shit!
And then remember he tried to talk him into selling his hog dogs to him, or confiscating the hog dogs, and he would adopt them. Like it was it was unreal.
Yeah, like they were out there hunting and they just found one and they tried to like blame one for murder. And
what the fuck?
No, it was fucking. I can't. I'm not gonna say his name anyway, but like I can't even remember it. And if he's listening, if you're ready to talk about it, give us a call. Let us know.
He's here in California?
No, he's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, a human body is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
shit. It turned into some, and I don't want to say all of it because I don't, I want to be 100% accurate, but the best I can remember is like they were hunting and there was this other guy that hunted in the same county or the same area, and he didn't like the new guy. And so whenever they found that body, he was under investigation, and the guy that didn't like him was pushing the issues like, yeah, y'all need to check him. And it was like, y'all need to take his dogs and stuff. And I'll rehome them to, take care of them and all that shit. I was like, dude, that is insane.
Damn.
I think he wound up like it literally like just about ruined his life.
Yes.
Like it cost him a lot of money, a lot of time. Because like he had to, like we were just saying a while ago, you're not innocent until proven guilty. Like you got to prove you're innocent. That's just, I'm sorry, that's the way it is. And
but they just found the body, right? And I'm sure they called it in, right? Like, yo, we just found somebody dead, right?
As far as I know, that's the way it was. I don't, like I said, I want to be 100% accurate on stories like that.
I think it was like pretty decomposed. Like it was mainly just like remains.
Yeah, remains like or something. Body. Yeah. And I'd love to get the whole story on. It'd be very interesting for sure.
Yeah, I hope I never find. Dude, there's so many homeless out here in these woods. That's like
shit.
If I ever find something like that, I don't want nothing to do with it. Then
have y'all ever bait any homeless people or caught any?
Oh my god, not like no, because my dogs don't really mess with them. But it's just been story after story, bro. I've gotten guns pointed at us.
Oh damn.
There's been people coming out the woods like, oh, what the fuck, out of nowhere. Sometimes, like, have you ever seen that movie Apocalypto?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Kind of people coming out of the woods and, like, they'll have, like, a little standoff.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's happened to us. Oh. It's like, oh, what the fuck? But then, like, I realized, like, oh, some of these guys speak Spanish, and then I speak Spanish, so it's like, yo, hey, everybody calm down.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing going on. Hey, look, you guys want some meat? Oh, yeah, all right, well, come.
Like, hell yeah, you want some meat? Do you have any cocaine? Yeah, like that.
Yeah, no, they never really said. Like, some of these guys are there's all kinds of homeless down there. There's some guys that are insane, and that are walking around just insane, and there's others that like are just trying to live down there and not have nothing to do with society, and they are hungry, and they'll take some meat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because see, you're taking care of people too.
Yeah. I honestly, a lot of people are like, "Oh, what the fuck? They never attack you." Like, nah, man. Like, you got to know how to talk to people, right? Like, like, yeah, it could be scary. These people could be on drugs, but you're not gonna go disrespecting them. Like, okay, they're a bum, but treat them like a human. Like, they're nothing different.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's right. That's right.
And they'll take care of you sometimes. They're like, yo, hey, the hogs are, over here, or like, this is the last time I seen hogs. Like, I know a bunch of these homeless that I'm cool with them. Like, I'll come out to their camp and like, hey, dude, come out here, and like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, have you seen some of these hogs or no? It's like, I don't treat them bad.
No,
some are cool.
Yeah, it's easy to be nice.
One of the most recent ones, we caught a huge boar, dude. This badass boar, and like the boar. So these guys, after we got it caught and killed, these guys were like, "Yo, this boar has been coming here for 2 years. Once he's here, we gotta just go in our tent because fucking nasty. And he just rummages through all their stuff, punks them for their food. And for 2 years, bro.
Damn.
So when we got to this spot, yeah, he's a fucking badass hog, dude. We got to this spot, the dogs found it right away. The hog ran to that homeless spot, like their little camp. We came up. One of my hounds all of a sudden. So the hog got in there. There's people yelling, like it's a ruckus, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden I hear one of my dogs, like, and then she comes out limping and bleeding, and I'm like, yo, hey, don't shoot! What the fuck is going on? Don't shoot! They're like yelling. I can't really understand what they're saying. There's dogs barking. I checked my dog. She was fine. She just had like a big scratch on her chest. She got lucky, actually. I saw she was good. She went back to baying. We came in there. We saw it was a rank-ass hog. There's this guy just sitting there saying, oh, I'm going to fucking kill your dogs. I'll get your dogs. And then there's this lady with her head sticking out of a tent yelling. I don't know what the hell she was saying. Dogs barking. We got up in there, saw it was a hog, and we said, hey, fucking get back. We got to catch this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hog just standing there, right, and all their shit. So we send a dog, boom, catch him, fucking Rankin swinging dogs around. We get him caught, we get him killed. After that was calm. We started talking to the people. That's when he started telling us that, dude, this hog's been coming here for 2 years, just punking us, basically.
Good Lord of mercy.
Did
you get any video of this shit at all?
Oh yeah, it's on my page, dude. Like this guy
wants to go on there. Well, hey, everybody go check that shit out.
It's on my page. You can hear the guy saying, because we tell him like, hey, you want some meat? And he's like, are you gonna give it to us cooked? That's what he said. And I was like, the fuck no, what the hell, no.
Well, that's the way everybody is now, Yeah,
they want to skin it, clean it, cook it, and serve it to them.
Oh yeah, everybody's like, hey man, y'all kill one of them hogs, man. I need some meat. I'm like, I'll call and be like, hey, bro, we got some good cooking size whole hogs here, or we got some big ones if you want to butcher them up. And it's already froze. I'm like, well, hell no, it ain't froze. We just knocked it out,
Yeah,
well,
it's in the woods. You got to carry it out.
Like shit, can you cook it for me? Like fuck, like not like you can, but it's gonna cost the hell out of you. It's going to be the most expensive meal because I'm working on donations and tips.
Yeah, that's what that guy said. But we're like, what the hell? No. Like, no, if you're going to get meat, get it now. Because once we take it,
I'm not bringing it back.
We're gone.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're gone. So, I mean, we didn't. We didn't. He didn't take it there. So we just took the damn hog. It was big as hell. He was telling us that that hog was straight punking them for 2 years.
Whooping their ass, taking their shit. So the fucking hog rolls up and is like, no, I'm taking these Cheez-Its. These are mine.
Yeah,
bitch.
anything. And they said they just had to go in their tent and just stand there or just get in their tent and just let them. The hog would punk their dog. They had like a blue bulldog running around.
That's what I was going to say, dude, you can't tell me they didn't have no bulldogs because, like, you could. That's how most guys around here find catch dogs, just sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah, no. So when we got up in there, that lady was yelling, "My dog, my dog!" She thought our dogs were messing with her dog. But when I look around, I seen this dog was hiding. This dog was tail tucked and trying to find the hiding spot.
That hog don't whoop his ass.
Yeah, exactly. I seen it in him. Like, yo, this dog knows his hog.
Yeah.
He was hiding, and he was just standing there.
Fucking dog's like, nope, not today. Not today.
Yeah, not today, bro. We got him caught. Toad hung him, and yeah, that was it, dude. This is a pretty badass video. You guys definitely see it. It's been on there for a while.
I don't think I've seen it. Like I've watched a lot of them, but I don't know that I've seen it.
He was ranked, dude. And then, so months before that, I was on a hunt. I'm thinking it was him because it acted the same. So we went out for a hunt. We got some bait up instantly, like 5 minutes in. bayed up, solid. So I sent in the catch dog. He hit him, and he didn't hang him. The hog he broke and ran. So when I caught it, I got a hold of my catch dog. He got hurt, dude. So back then I only had like a little simple vest on him. It was kind of short.
Yeah. So
he cut him really bad in the stomach, right? So I got him, and I was like, dude, we gotta go. Like, we can't do shit. The bay dogs ran that hog like only like 100 yards. The hog bayed up again. In the spot where he bayed up, I had been in there before. It was like, it's some of that Spanish cane. So I was like, dude, we cannot catch this hog. We don't have a fucking catch dog. If we sent him in there, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
So that night I had changed one of my hounds' collar because his other one was dead. So I changed him into one that didn't have a tone or an e-collar. So I toned one of my hounds off. She came, and I couldn't get the other one off. And he was in his face, dude. This hog was backed up into like a hole or something.
Yeah,
he wasn't moving. So I was like, dude, we can't do shit. Like, I was like, dude, you know what? We gotta go. I gotta go clean this fucking dog. Well, I'll be back. So yeah, I left, cleaned the dog, and I went back. And once I got off my car, that was like 3 hours later. Got off my car, I could hear Spanky still bayed, right? It's like, fuck. So I had my rifle. Like, dude, I don't want to get too close in there. Like, some of these spots, even if you're like 10 yards away, you can't see. Like, sometimes they're in like caves because it's so thick.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that hog was in a one way only hole because he didn't move at all. This other dog was in his face. So, man, I'm not really religious, but I was praying that day.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, dude, please let me get Spanky off.
That's
so
crazy.
I got up in there. I got to like 100 yards, and I started whistling. And, dude, thank God Spanky came off. He came to me, and I was like, oh, my God, thank you.
Yeah, that's
let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Spanky was like, look, dude, the hog's over there. I got this for a little while. But I'm tired. I got to go. Spanky said, fuck this. He called me. I'm going home. Yeah, that's the joy of having dogs that listen and that have good sensibility. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he stayed there, though. He stayed there for like 3 hours.
He stayed there till it was time to go home, till you called him out. I like dogs like that.
If I would have had the tone, I would have got him off right there and then.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. And sometimes I was praying like, hey, sometimes when they hear the other caller, like if it's close enough to him, he'll come.
Yeah, they'll move on.
Yeah, he didn't that day. And but thankfully he came off, dude. I didn't have to get close. So I think that hog was the one that we caught in that homeless camp.
Yeah, probably was.
He was rank. He had some big ass teeth. He didn't run from the dogs. He bayed up. No. And it was like right across from where we caught him, so across the river. So it was in that same area. So I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Sounds like he got on had one of those old smart hogs that knew what he was doing. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. So what's the biggest hogs you caught? What I mean that you've weighed? Because I don't want I don't want you to start lying and be like, oh, I caught this big old hog. Because I know how guys that hog hunt do.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's hard to eyeball stuff, too. It's hard to eyeball stuff, too.
No, it is.
So we butchered one. Well, we gutted it. We didn't weigh it till the next day. I don't know how accurate this person's weight was or the scale, but it was 305 when we weighed them. Gutted the next day. So, I mean, what, like 50 pounds, I'd say they lose, right? Guts and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he was probably like
at least
350.
Because it's supposed to be, it was like what, 30?
Yeah, about 30%.
Around 30% of their total weight is what it should be.
But honestly, those big fat ones, those aren't the ones that are ranked. Like most of those big, huge ones that we've caught, they get shut down. They when they get into the thick stuff, they can't move right.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kind of get stuck. They get shut down, and that's it. Like, the ones that we really, the ones that have hurt dogs are like the 200 to 250 range. Maybe a little less, 180.
Yep.
Those are the ones that are put hurting. They move better. But yeah, those big ones, all the ones that we've caught big like that, they just get shut down. You got those rear end dogs that sit them down, and they ain't going nowhere.
I think the ones that's probably the worst on us are about the 150 to 175s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And have like, what, an inch and a quarter,
like
inch and a half.
Inch and a half teeth.
Or even a 1 inch. Like, they're bad as hell. Like, they tear their dogs up.
Yeah, because they can move. Even if they're in some thick shit, they can still move because they're,
Yes, sir.
they're small enough to be in there. But yeah, no, those big old ones, like it's all the ones that I've caught that big are just, they get shut down.
Yeah, I just tell people all the time, I was like, I'd rather catch a 300-pound hog than a 150 or 175-pound hog.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even when we were running were, running catch dogs. And they were like, man, that's crazy. That hog could tear them all to pieces. I was like, you'd be surprised. Like, generally it doesn't. Yes, there's always a chance that it could. And there has been times where dogs did get it. But as far as consistently, the 160, 175-pound hogs, they put a whooping on.
I also feel like the dogs just don't respect them as much a lot of times. So they're like, it's smaller. We can try and get him. And
they get your ass.
A lot of times they were like, are we going to try him because he's smaller? And then he whoops that ass for him. And
and they don't commit, right?
Yeah.
They don't commit. Like the curs or the hounds will get too gritty and they don't commit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that gets a lot of dogs cut up.
Oh yeah, you got to commit. Like, and that's my whole thing. Like, I don't care if my dogs catch or if they bait. I do not care, but you got to do one.
Yeah.
One or the other. You cannot go in there and fucking bark 2 or 3 times and then grab a hold of it and let go. You hang that son of a bitch and hang on, or you bait him. That's the options.
Yeah.
I don't.
We've even had a couple that would bay a few or bark a few times, kind of just to look at the hog and size them up. That's what Pepper does, and then he'll nail
that's just because he just got old though. But before he didn't have any preservation.
No.
But still, I like that though. I like when he goes in, he'll take his time to catch. And he's not just going in there, busting them right in the mouth, wide open to get slung all over the place. He'll take his time and pick a shot and then go in there. Once he's caught, he's there.
He just hangs them.
He's 50 pounds, and we caught several last year that was over 250, 270 with him,
Yeah, this is something I asked the guy because I've been following a dude that he used to run just like the yellow dogs, like the cur dogs.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys I've noticed, you really use catch dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he runs a dogo along with his curs. And I asked him like, hey, how do you like the difference? And I was like, because it seems like a lot of the cur dogs that are gritty, like a lot of those guys get dogs hurt, because they don't really commit, like a bulldog. Like stuff starts getting too gritty. The hogs rank and they start like letting go, and then other dogs that are in the back or something, the hog will turn and hurt them and cut them really bad. So he told me like, yeah, you're completely right. He said, yeah, and he said now with the dogo that I lead in, he's like, I've caught more hogs with him than with just the cur dogs.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So he said he likes it better.
Mm-hmm. I've had the cur dogs that we've had up until the ones that we started running on bay dogs. The cur dogs I had before, they were just like bulldogs. Like you weren't, they were never going to bark at all. But I've noticed like the ones that do bark and then catch, like you said, they'll get hurt or they'll get another dog hurt. Mm-hmm. Like Midnight used to do that shit real bad. She'd go in there and she'd try to catch, and as soon as she started getting her ass whooped, she'd back off. Sally, both of them did, to be honest. And then the pressure would be on the 1 or 2 other dogs that were there.
That were committed.
Yeah, and they were, they were committed, so they're going to get hurt. And so we had to figure out a way to work it because they were really good trail dogs. And but at the same time, like you said, there's I feel like that happens a lot. People think that they have a really rough dog, and all they got is a dog that's just chicken shit to catch.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a good bay dog.
Yeah. So now the dogs that I run, my bay dogs are real loose. I don't really like them to touch a hog, because I mean, dude, sometimes this shit's so thick, like, 400 or 500 yards could take half an hour to get through, or you got to go way around.
That's right.
To try to find a spot in there, because it's just thick as shit.
Yep. And we went to that same style. We wanted it looser for the very same reasons. And it seems to be, there's a lot of guys that are doing that the longer they've hunted, the guys are like, man, we got to do something different and it's to keep your dogs alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's to me, that's what it boils down to. It's keeping those dogs alive.
Yeah. I've been using the same bay dogs for a long time. They're fucking dialed in. Sometimes on the Garmin, they look like they're one dog, when they're tracking something. And I love when I see that shit. I love seeing that shit. It's dude, these guys they're gonna find something, because when they're together like that, the hot nosed dog is smelling what the cold nosed dog is smelling, so it's hot.
That's right.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, they really pack to it then, putting heat on it.
Yeah. And then, oh man, look, lately I've been running this sow has been fucking. I've just seen some videos. This sow's been doing this to my dogs since last year. So we get this sow that runs like figure eights in the woods, and I got a collie foxhound dog.
Yeah.
When he gets into stinging nettle, he quits the race. Like it gets him, and it hurts him, right? Like, so this sow will take him, or take both the dogs through that stuff. He'll quit the race. All of a sudden I see him sitting, like it says on the Garmin, he's sitting down. We'll go to him, and he's just rubbing his face on the floor. Yeah. Like he's like, oh dude, he got stung. He got stinging nettle all over him. My other hound will stay on her, but then she's running like figure eights through the woods, and like till they lose her.
Dang.
And she's been doing that, dude. I've just found some videos recently from last year that I'm pretty sure it's that same sow.
Have a damn.
And we try to cut her off, because we do see her going across the river, but every time it's like we try to like get closer and closer, and we see where she crosses, but she's too far.
I got you. Yeah, those sows like that, every now and then you get one that's pretty slick, but generally it's the big boar hogs that are doing all that. It's pretty cool that it's a sow,
Yeah, she's very well educated, and I mean I could tell right away if it's a boar or a sow from seeing their stomach. So yeah, it's definitely a sow. Yeah. She just doesn't stop running.
It just keeps on. So, like, how long are y'all's races generally? Like if you get one up and going. They last a long time. It just vary. Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends. Dude, we've had 5 minutes, so we've gone 3-4 hours, but
yeah,
we really don't go too far into the morning. Once it starts getting hot, the dogs kind of start giving up. And we usually just like 4 hours. We're out there. Well, yeah, once it starts getting too hot, I mean, sometimes in the wintertime we go a little bit like into the afternoon, but it's rare.
Yeah, we try to work with the heat, of course, same thing, humidity, all that shit.
Yeah, and I only have 2 bay dogs, so it's not like I could put fresh dogs. Yeah, no, it's not like I could put fresh dogs on that same track and keep running it. So yeah, once those dogs tire out, it's like we got to call it a day.
Dang. Have you seen that tournament that Case Frida's putting on? The Iron Dog tournament?
No.
And so what it is, basically, it's honestly, it's for guys just like that, just like you. You can have, all right, so it's 2 team members and 2 helpers, but you can only have 4 dogs total for the whole hunt. You can't go get more dogs, fresh dogs, and pack them in and do all that. This is for guys who's got 4 dogs and they catch hogs, and it's a tournament for that, and it's all virtual. So, like we do the Shankathon hunt, where ours is like a 9 or 10 day long event. This one is from like Friday at noon to Sunday at noon. It's this coming weekend. I'll send you the flyer and stuff on it. It might be something you guys might want to look into.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, even if you can't do this one, maybe do the next one. I think it's a really good way to see what you're feeding for real, because, most guys that hunt a lot, they got, 10, 12 dogs or more.
Yeah.
And so all you got is just the 2 bay dogs.
Yeah, that's it.
And then your catch dogs.
Yeah. And I usually only take 1 out. Like, I don't use more than 3, because part of it is laws too. It's only 2 dogs per hunter, so I take another guy or 2, and we're legal.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't know it was restricted on the amount of dogs.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, it's 2 dogs per hunter. Yeah, well, now it's like with the validation, it's unlimited hogs.
Wow.
And yeah, pretty much it. I mean, you got to watch out. Like, in city limits, you can't discharge a firearm, so you got to take something else, like a little bow or whatever. We just take a cheap little bow.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's it. Everything else is good.
Shit. That's pretty. It's so different than the way that all our stuff is and the way it's set up. And I think people take a lot of shit for granted, because they're like, oh man, that ain't going to happen to us. Or they're never going to change these rules. It's been this way forever. And I'm sure there are places that'll be a certain way, but having like all the laws and restrictions you guys have, and they changed our laws and stuff to where, we can't have a live hog, which now learning all this stuff from listening to you, shit, I don't feel so bad. I can have all the dogs I want. I can go turn loose 25 dogs if I want.
Yeah, we also have that same rules. Like, if you catch it, you can't transport it alive.
Yeah.
You got to kill it right there and then.
That's right.
You can't let them go. Definitely can't bar them and let them go.
Yeah, no, we can't either. And that's the thing, that it makes it hard to train puppies.
Yeah, right, because you can't just take a hog home.
Yeah. I see a lot of folks, they'll have them little 50-pound pigs out there and them little shoats and have all their puppies out there giving it hell. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so with us, it kind of takes us a while because we just got to take puppies on hunts. It's like, hey, come along.
Same thing. It's we just have to hunt them a lot, and like you said, sometimes, man, it takes. But I think they turn out better in the end.
I
really do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you make them slowly. Like, a lot of what helps me is raising the puppy in the same house with those finished dogs. Like, they know their barks. They get taught certain things. Like my dog I have in my front yard, he's retired now, but he's a Catahoula blue tick, so anybody pass by, he's barking at everybody.
Yeah.
He fucking protects the shit out of my house. So usually, like, little bay dog pups that I have, I'll let them grow with him. That way they kind of see, like, hey, bark at anything.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
Bark at people, and then they learn their like the other bay dog barks and stuff. So once I take them out to the woods, they're following those bay dogs, and if they're barking, they go to them, because it's like, hey, that's my friends.
Yeah.
So they'll go over there, and they get taught pretty quick.
Yeah. How many hunts do you think it takes to get that going? Well, shit, I don't know what happened there. All right, man. tried to call him back 4 or 5 different times. Went straight to voicemail. Hope everything's okay. That's part of life. It's technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it is what it is. It's all we can do. So we can, I guess we'll cut this one off right here. We appreciate Dan coming on with us. Black Dawg Bull Terriers. Y'all make sure y'all check out his social media stuff. He's got some really nice dogs. They hunt big hogs out in South Cali. Really, really interesting deal.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out. Y'all check
Super
everything
cool
out.
guy.
Yes. And man, we really appreciate you. And I hope everything's okay. I'm going to call him back here in just a little bit. I'll give him a little bit of time or whatever. But we got about an hour and 40 minutes in on it. So I think it's a good session.
Yeah.
But so we're fixing to kick our shoes off and get ready to stretch out for a little bit. It's been a long, long day, y'all.
For sure.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for taking time out of your lives to listen to us. And like I said, y'all come hunt with us, come see us, come hang out with us sometime. And don't be scared to give us a call or message or something like that. We interact with everybody that we're able to.
Yes.
So until the next time, man, we'll see y'all.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If there's anything or anyone you'd like to hear on the podcast, or if you'd like to come hunt with us, don't hesitaate to contact us at dixiedoggers01@gmail.com.